make you nervous because you're going to be stepping into elevators and people will start screaming?
I don't think that will happen. I can't really. I hope people are smart enough to realise there's a difference between the actor and the character they played. I'm fingers crossed here. Yeah.
So how much of the storyline for the arc of the first season have they told you about?
Enough for me to be getting on with, I guess. He spends a lot of time in prison, and but there will be flashbacks to the time before he was in prison and going through what turned him into a serial killer to begin with. They are, clearly very complicated people, and he's a very complicated man, but he's incredibly charismatic, and he's very smart and romantic, and he has a certain, a very elegant turn of phrase, and he's got wit and charm. And
so you like him?
You've got to find something in every character you play. He's really got it in for the Kevin Bacon character. And I think, there's a great deal of residual anger in him. But he's also a man whose pulse probably never goes above 40. And he is enormously powerful.
What did you do to prepare for this sort of
sat in a darkened room and watched footage of serial killers on YouTube. And that's not something I would recommend to anybody, actually, day after day after day. Yeah. And, only real ones. Only real ones. I'm not particularly interested in, people have been asking me to watch other performances, and to me there's absolutely no point in doing that. And then you just regurgitate and it becomes second-hand performance. We've got to create a whole new guy here that nobody's ever seen before. And I think kind of actually the most terrifying thing about this character, what sets him apart from I use the word average loosely, but the average serial killer is the fact that he has taken this idea of the internet and using Twitter and Facebook and creating websites to not only contact other serial killers, but to talk to people who have a very small percentage of a serial killer in them. So if there is you, for example, if there is 1/1,000,000% of the serial killer in you, he is really brilliantly manipulative, and he will find it and coax it and pull it out and groom it and turn you, lady, into the serial killer that you always knew you wanted. So he's a very scary character in that way, because I think that what happens is by the end of the first episode, we go, wow, what is his super objective here? What is he trying to achieve? And that's what makes it so watchable. You want to know, what is he going to try and achieve? What are we going to be revealed over the coming weeks? And that's what makes it such an incredibly watchable show.
You were explaining us how you had to prepare to play it, and I was wondering, was it a moment of hesitation for you to accept the part? Because maybe you thought, I don't want to go there, I don't have to prepare for this.
No, I don't think so. I think British actors, generally speaking, are very good at turning it on action and off on cut. And I'm not a particularly method actor. I don't say that I came to fully understand that process where you remain in character all the time. And it's showbiz after all. It's not something that you really putting your heart and soul into. I've got kids. I've got to go home at night. So no, it didn't really, because it's a really good drama, and so I didn't hesitate. And it was, I read an awful lot of pilots this season, and I was asked to do a number of them. And this one I really felt was the show that really gripped me from start to finish. And I thought the script was just brilliant. I think the script, I've read an awful lot of thrillers in my time, and what you want is twists and turns and things that are unexpected coming on, and so that you don't know what's going to happen, and then, my God, I didn't see that one coming, and you want at the end of it to be breathless with excitement for the next episode. I think this one delivers on all those fronts.
Do you actually get to work with Kevin Bacon that much? Because most of the time they seem to be in different locations.
I think that probably Kevin Williamson will want to have a big interaction with the both of us at least once an episode. You know, I think you want to get the two protagonists and antagonists together in a room. You know, it's going to be like a big chess game. And you know, the more I think the more of those things that happen, the better it'll be. I certainly enjoy working with Kevin. You know, he's an actor's actor. There is no ego in the room. It's just about two characters and what they want and what they're trying to get.
We understand it to be kind of a dark love story. They both kind of need each other and yet hate each other with more passion than you can ever imagine.
Yeah.
How do you tap into that kind of dark passion as an actor?
You know, I think it's all down to the writing. You know, I've always loved writers, and for me, that's what it's always about. It's about quality writing. It's good writing, and you know, Kevin Williamson's a really fine writer, and you know, he really knows how to construct a narrative, and he writes great dialogue, and you know, that's really what it comes down to. Is, you know, can you say these lines? Can you? And I think in terms of getting into the darkness of the character. Yeah, he is really dark. He's the darkest character I've ever played.
I'll message you.
You know, and this is not a sympathetic serial killer. You know, we have sympathetic serial killer on TV already, and this is not somebody that it's grubby and it's unpleasant what he does. This isn't sexy. I personally don't think.
I got this a lot.
You know, so kind of fascinating. It is fascinating. They are fascinating people.
That's all we have.
Sorry.
Thank you.